What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for MLB Sunday, May 21st. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's MLB slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, we have a 10-game MLB slate today. So let's take a look at the pitcher position. So I like Merrill Kelly. He's pitching against a low-salary batting team, the Pittsburgh Pirates. Merrill Kelly pitching really good this year, only giving up a .556 OPS versus lefties, a .648 OPS versus righties, and a .558 OPS versus switch hitters, facing 4 lefties, 3 righties, and 2 switch hitters. So a balanced lineup for a balanced pitcher. And Merrill Kelly, the Pirates have only hit 5 of his last 28 pitches. It's a 179 batting average. So Merrill Kelly is $9,900 FanDuel salary, $800 less on DraftKings, averaging 34 fantasy points per game on the season. He has an ERA of 2.92. Record is 4-3, pitching an average of 92 pitches per game. So I like Merrill Kelly here versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Okay, let's take a look at the catcher first base position. So a stud pick here, I like Freddie Freeman. He's 5 of 11 versus Jack Flaherty. So it's a 455 batting average. And he's got a 1.182 OPS versus Flaherty, but he is $4,200 FanDuel salary, $800 more on DraftKings. So I like Freddie Freeman as a stud pick. But if you're looking to save a little bit of salary here, I think this guy's underpriced. Well, his price could be just about right here, but I think he's in a good matchup. So I like Nick Prado. And he's batting against Lance Lynn. So Nick Prado, he's batting a .811 OPS versus righties. And Lance Lynn pitching his worst ball versus lefty batters, 40% worse than his other pitches, giving up a 1.097 OPS versus lefties. So Nick Prado, the reason I like this pick is he is 6 for 11 here versus Lance Lynn. It's a 545 batting average, and he has a 1.727 OPS. 2 of those hits were home runs, and 1 was a double. So Nick Prado is $3,400 FanDuel salary, $500 less on DraftKings, so I love that DraftKings price. Averaging 10 fantasy points per game on the season. He has a batting average of .329. Vegas thinks there's going to be 9.5 runs scored in this game. That's their over-under. So I like Nick Prado here versus Lance Lynn. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won. And then we'll send you $25 PayPal. So it's that easy. And we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the second base position. I like Bryson Stott. He's got a 30% batting advantage over Justin Steele. Bryson Stott batting 12% better versus lefty pitchers, batting a .740 OPS versus lefties. Justin Steele pitching his worst ball versus lefty batters, giving up a .690 OPS versus lefties. Now, he is 0 for 1 here versus Steele, but I like this pick because he's only 2,800 FanDuel salary, 1,600 more on DraftKings, averaging 9 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored fantasy points in all 5 of his last games, had a couple big games with a 16 and a 22. He's got a batting average of .284. So I like Bryson Stott here versus Justin Steele. Okay, let's take a look at the third base position. I like Yandy Diaz. He's got a 37% batting advantage over Freddie Peralta. Yandy Diaz batting 20% better versus righty pitchers, batting a 1.058 OPS versus righties. Freddie Peralta pitching his worst ball versus righty batters, giving up a .736 OPS versus righties. Yandy Diaz is 1 for 2 here versus Peralta, and that one hit was a home run. He's 3,600 FanDuel salary, 1,300 more on DraftKings, averaging 14 fantasy points per game on the season. He's been on fire, has a batting average of .333. So I like Yandy Diaz here versus Freddie Peralta.
Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the position optimizer where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new player trends tool where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups.
Okay, let's take a look at the shortstop position. I like Corey Seager. I think he's underpriced here versus a low-salary pitcher, Connor Siebold. Corey Seager batting 12% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .944 OPS versus righties. Connor Siebold giving up a .867 OPS versus lefties. Now, Corey Seager, only 3,000 FanDuel salary, 2,100 more on DraftKings, averaging 13 fantasy points per game on the season, and he's been on fire. Wow, his last 5 games scored a 34, a 16, a 15, and a 34. The low score was a 3, but 4 of those 5 games were fantastic. Scored fantasy points in all 5 of his last games, has a batting average of .360. So I like Corey Seager here versus Connor Siebold. Okay, moving on to the outfield position. I like Corbin Carroll. He's got a 44% batting advantage here over Roansy Contreras. Corbin Carroll batting 25% better versus righty pitchers. Roansy Contreras pitching his worst ball versus lefty batters, 20% worse than his other pitches, giving up a .800 OPS versus lefties. So there's no at-bats versus Contreras yet. Corbin Carroll is 3,300 FanDuel salary, 2,100 more on DraftKings, averaging 12 fantasy points per game on the season, and he's been on fire, scoring 16, 6, 22, 18, and 13 fantasy points in the last 3 games. Has a batting average of .281. So I like Corbin Carroll here versus Roansy Contreras.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smackety smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this MLB slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck.